So I think the first real Melee tournament I watched was Apex 2015. I had watched some before that, but Apex was the first one that I really watched. And I think Mango put it best when he said,
that tournament was popping, dude. It had so much shit for no reason.
It really was a crazy tournament. I didn't really understand what I was watching at the time, and even less so why it was important, but looking back, a lot of shit happened. You had the Leffen Chillin' set, the Mango Money Match.
Sometimes you just go out like a buster.
PPMD beats Armada.
And PPMD from Evil Geniuses is our first place Grand Final Super Smash Bros. Melee champion.
And of course, this set was my first real introduction to Melee. A Ganon ditto between Bizarro Flame and Eichelman. And what an introduction it was.
Easy money!
I had never seen anything like it before. Everyone in that venue was going insane, from the announcers to the players to the spectators, all before the match even started. And when it did,
here we go.
Yoshi's story. Now, do you know if these two have... Oh, God. Oh, God.
Bizarro Flame.
Never mind.
Whoa, the shield stab. He's even swinging on the side guy.
The set is over. The set is already over. We are 10 seconds in. This set is over.
Destruction.
Who's next?
Holy shit, I've never seen someone get fucked up that bad in a video game before. He didn't just beat him, he sucked the life out of him. He destroyed him. And I knew at that moment that if I ever started playing Melee, Ganon was the character for me. And about a year later when that happened, that's exactly what I did. Shortly after, I realized Ganon fucking sucks and switched to Falco, but if it was not for Ganon, I may have never even started playing Melee in the first place. And then who would make these below average YouTube videos for you guys every 3 months? Think about that. In the meantime, let's talk about Ganon. So the first thing you'll notice when you pick up Ganon is how he moves. Like shit. His movement is just awful when you first pick him up. It feels like the developers at Nintendo were like, if a dump truck were to be a Melee character, how would that feel? And then they created Ganon. The good news is that wave dashing and wave landing exist, and once you get a handle on those, he actually feels pretty good to move around with. And he hits really fucking hard. The problem with that is that landing a hit is really fucking hard, which is probably a big part of why he's so low on the tier list, on top of a number of other shortcomings. His grab range is just... I honestly feel like if Ganon had a slightly better grab, he'd be like way higher up on the tier list, but he doesn't, and he's not, so here we are. With that said, he's not a bad character to learn, and I actually think he can teach you a lot about the fundamentals of the game. I find that if I'm playing really badly on Falco, it's usually because I'm bad, but sometimes I find that I'm just kind of playing on autopilot, you know, just running in and down airing their shield, hoping to get a stray hit, start a combo, because Falco's a top tier, and doing that can work some of the time. Ganon doesn't have that luxury. If you just run at people and down air, you're going to get fucked. So he really forces you to focus on spacing, dash dancing, and playing neutral. Then you play against a Sheik who you're better than, but he's Sheik, so fuck you, and you'll realize why there aren't a ton of Ganon mains out there. So you've got the movement down. You're slipping and sliding, feeling like Michael J. Fox on ice skates. Let's talk about your mindset when you play Ganon. Your goal is not to take your opponent's stocks. Your goal is to destroy them, to leave them with nothing left. Let me give you an analogy. Picture Ganon as a rock, and imagine your opponent being between you and a hard place. Alright, I can do better. Imagine you're a Boeing 747 and... Okay, never mind. The point is that you're trying to annihilate them. Hit them so fucking hard that they blame George Bush. Win or lose, your job is to make them question why they even started playing Melee in the first place. To make them wonder why they even pick up a controller, why they even get out of bed in the morning. You are the Dark Lord. You are the King of Thieves, the Sultan of Stomp, the Prince of Darkness. You are
Ganondorf.
the conversion off of the jab. Jab double up here, and Kevin Owens also the thrust. We are done. I'm putting down this mic. I'm gonna let this match commentate itself.